When we first heard about data hackers, they were going after a lot of records at some of the biggest companies around the world. But recently, hackers are going after smaller companies, municipalities, and nonprofits. In the first few months of 2019, it was estimated that 4.1 billion records were compromised. Hackers have been known to hold data hostage, demanding large payments for the retrieval. And even when those payments are made, there's no guarantee the data will be returned. There's no honor among thieves. I'm Dave Edwards. Today, we will discuss the need to protect your data. It's a particular message for nonprofits and small organizations, but in the world we live in, it really applies to everyone. This is one of a series of videos I'm sharing with you on leadership, management, and productivity issues. This is the kind of stuff you like. Please consider subscribing or liking below. With small companies and nonprofits, the bad guys don't get as many records, but they also know that smaller organizations don't have the same level of data protection that a large company might have. In 2018, one of the largest nonprofits in New York State ground to a halt when their data was scrambled. Billions of dollars are lost every year as the result of these attacks. Most recently, many nonprofits were notified of a data breach involving a popular system that stores data. Blackbaud announced they were hacked in July 2020, but the attack actually happened in February and wasn't even discovered until May. How safe is the data that your organization keeps? Are your donor records safe? Who has access to them? What about your employee and financial records? More importantly, have you done a comprehensive assessment of your network security? Prevention is the best way of preventing cyber attacks. If your organization is attacked, it's going to cost you more time and money to fix the problem than you probably need to spend for some simple and important proactive steps. N10's State of Nonprofit Cybersecurity report back in 2018 indicated that 68% of respondents don't have any policies and procedures for when they get hacked. 59% don't provide regular cybersecurity training to staff, and only 17% of respondents have a tool in place to secure passwords. So, where should you start? Number one, assess your risks. A tight budget is not an excuse to ignore the potential threat. There are many reputable consultants who will do an assessment of your vulnerability and make recommendations on how to protect your data. Not all of the fixes are expensive. Number two, take steps to protect your data. At a minimum, consider conducting training of your staff so that everybody knows how they can help avoid access to your data. Does your organization have steps in place to isolate data from recently departed employees? Number three, be proactive with security controls. Your data needs to be backed up regularly. Software and hardware need to be updated when software fixes are available. Activate multi-factor authentication so that a user has to take steps besides a password to access your network. As part of the training for your employees, make sure they understand the following things they can do. Don't open email attachments with web links that you're not expecting. An IT person I know spent a lot of hours clearing viruses from a computer because the user opened an attachment, "I love you." Don't conduct business of your nonprofit on personal computers. They're probably not as secure. Have separate computers, mobile devices, and accounts for personal and business use. Don't connect personal storage devices or hardware to a work computer. Be careful when downloading new software. Never download from a web page that you don't know or trust. Number five, never give out names or passwords. Your bank is never going to call you asking for this information. In fact, no credible organization will. Use a pop-up blocker and never respond to any that appear on your screen. Use strong passwords containing a random sequence of letters, upper and lower case, numbers, and special characters. Password management systems can be of a lot of help. Implementing these steps and seeking professional guidance will help you avoid a disaster that could cause a hardship for you, your organization, and your reputation. Look, I know that cybersecurity is just one of many problems that you face because we all know that being a manager or a leader can be difficult. If you find yourself in that situation, I've created an online class that will help you manage difficult employees in difficult situations. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from folks just like you who've taken the class and have really benefited from it. So, why don't you check it out? Go to my website, daveedwardsmedia.com, and click on courses. I think you're going to be happy that you did. We'll talk soon.